Political parties. Body of voters organized for the purpose of influencing or controlling the policies and conduct of government through the nomination and, if possible, the election of its candidates to office. Function of political parties. They help develop intelligent public opinion by stimulating the citizens to get involved in elections and in government affairs. They define current issues and make clear the choices between alternative solutions to the problems which the government may adopt. Roles of political parties. First, the party serves as the agency through which the people who wish to influence the course of events in accordance with common interest may pool their efforts and strengths in order to win control of the government machinery. Second, the party that won the election proceeds to run the affairs of the government in a manner that is in keeping with the interests of the voters that placed it in power. Third, while in power the party bridges the gap of the separation of powers between the three branches of the government. Party system. The formation and activities of political parties in almost every state are dependent upon the constitution. Types of party systems. One-party system. Only one political party is allowed to function, so that this party monopolizes the opportunity to nominate the candidates to public offices. The dominance of the party and the government concerning public affairs, for it dictates the policies of the government, including the possibility that its constitution would even prevail over the constitution of the state in case of conflict. Two-party system. Implies the existence of two major political parties which are nearly equal in membership and in power. One of these two parties is a ruling party, the one which controls the highest office or a greater number of the elective positions in the legislature. The other party is the opposition, the one that responsibly fiscal the administration while the latter conducts or manages the affairs of the government. Multi-party system. Connotes the existence of several political parties which are almost equal in membership and in power or influence. The electorate is provided with a wide range of choices. Advantages of political parties. Parties have developed intelligent public opinion by politically enlightening the people about social issues through the leaders' public speeches and press releases. They also help the electorate in making the right choice of candidates to run the affairs of the government after the election. They provide the people a medium of collective responsibility because the ruling party is presumed to be accountable to the body politic. Disadvantages of political parties. Political parties might turn out to be the evil forces behind the governmental failures and thereby become instead the enemies of public interests. Political parties do not hesitate to resort to some undesirable practices, such as pork barrel legislation, gerrymandering, and spoil system, without which malpractices society would have been served better. Political parties also are responsible for the numerous unlawful practices, like nepotism and grafting corruption. Interest groups. Organization which promotes specific economic, moral, or other causes by employing paid agents, or lobbyists to influence legislators and public officials, by endorsing candidates nominated by political parties, or by conducting systematic propaganda campaigns among the general public. Techniques of interest groups. Electioneering. Done through endeavors to place into public office persons or candidates who are sympathetic to a particular cause that an interest group seeks to promote. Lobbying. Accomplished by pressuring or persuading public officials, especially lawmakers, to either espouse or not the adoption or enforcement of government policies that are beneficial to a particular group's interest. Propaganda. Done through the method of influencing and manipulating public opinion in order to gain indirect influence over public policy, since democratic governments are substantially affected by public opinion. Disadvantages of interest groups. Neglect of public interests when the self-interest of the organized groups is given prior attention by the political leadership. Unequal distribution of power among the pressure groups themselves may lead to the dominance of one over the others and thereby usher in an authoritarian government. Absence or lack of democracy within the ranks of interest groups. Resort to bribery. Advantages of interest groups. Serves as the countervailing force against the emergence of authoritarianism in a free society. Valuable sources of data on certain national issues and problems at times. Interest group and political parties. Both organized associations. They, however, differ from each other, at least, on two counts. First, differ from each other. Interest groups protect and promote the parochial interest of their respective followers. If they go beyond this goal, it is only incidental and rare. Second, the former's strategy of achieving its objectives is direct, to gain control of the machinery of the government, whereas the latter is indirect, that is, to influence by some other means those powers that be in order to attain certain goals.
created using Powtoon.